The Gourd of Bitter Tears. A long African story about a wicked stepmother. In a quiet village tucked between the red earth hills of eastern Nigeria, there lived a girl named Ifunanya. Her name meant love, but love was the one thing her young life lacked. Ifunanya's mother had died when she was barely 7 years old. On the day of her burial, the sky had turned the color of ashes, and the wind cried through the palm trees as if the spirits themselves were mourning. Her father, Okari, held her small hand so tightly that her fingers went numb. That was the last day Ifunanya remembered warmth in her home. For 2 years, life was quiet and heavy with sadness, but it was still gentle. Okari worked as a palm wine tapper, and though he was often tired, he tried to care for his daughter the best he could. Then, one Harmattan season, Okari returned from the neighboring village with a woman. Her name was Madame Kira. She arrived with bright wrappers, heavy beads around her neck, and a smile that did not reach her eyes. At first, Kira was kind. She knelt to greet elders properly. She cooked pepper soup for Okari at night. She called Ifunanya my daughter. But elders say wickedness does not reveal itself in daylight. It waits for night. 3 months after the marriage rites were completed, and Kira changed. The first thing she took was Ifunanya's bed. "You are growing," she said coldly. "Children sleep on mats." Then she took her clothes. "You don't need fine things." Then she took her freedom. Before dawn, while the roosters still slept, Ifunanya was awake. She fetched water from the stream. She swept the compound. She cooked for Nkiru and her 2 children, Ngozi and Emeka, who had joined them after the wedding. Ngozi and Emeka went to school in clean uniforms. Ifunanya stayed behind. When Okari was home, Nkiru became sweet again. "She is stubborn," she would say softly. "She refuses to listen. She must learn discipline." Okari, tired and confused, believed her. And so the cruelty grew. Nkiru began to starve Ifunanya. She measured her food like medicine, too small to fill a child's stomach. Ifunanya's ribs began to show. Her eyes lost their shine, but she never complained. Her mother's voice still lived in her heart. "Endure, my child. The earth sees everything." One evening, Ifunanya accidentally broke a clay pot while washing. Nkiru's scream pierced the air. "You useless thing." She dragged Ifunanya into the sun and beat her with a broom until the bristles broke. That night, Ifunanya slept outside. Mosquitoes feasted on her skin. Cold wrapped around her bones. And still, she cried silently. One dry afternoon, Nkiru sent Ifunanya deep into the forest. "Go and fetch firewood," she said, handing her a cracked gourd. "Do not return until it is full." The forest was dangerous. Snakes slept under leaves. Spirits wandered at crossroads. Children had disappeared there before. But Ifunanya obeyed. Her legs shook as she walked deeper and deeper until the village sounds faded away. That was when she heard a voice. "Child of tears, why do you cry?" Ifunanya turned and saw an old woman sitting beside a silk cotton tree. Her back was bent, and her eyes glowed like fireflies. "I am hungry," Ifunanya whispered, "and my heart is tired." The old woman nodded. "Take this gourd," she said, handing her a new one. "Fill it, but do not open it until you are home." Ifunanya bowed and thanked her. The gourd filled itself without wood. And when Ifunanya returned home, Nkiru's eyes widened with greed. That night, Nkiru opened the gourd. Out poured gold beads, cowries, and shining cloth. Her heart danced. The next morning, she sent Ngozi to the forest with the cracked gourd. "Go and bring wealth," she commanded. Ngozi laughed and skipped into the forest. But she mocked the old woman when she appeared. "Old witch," Ngozi shouted, "give me riches." The woman smiled slowly and handed her a gourd. When Nkiru opened it, out came snakes, scorpions, and bitter smoke. Ngozi screamed. Emeka fell sick. Their house was cursed. The final punishment. Soon, the village noticed. Crops failed in Nkiru's farm. Her children quarreled constantly. Her skin broke out in sores. Elders were called. The truth came out like a drumbeat. Nkiru's wickedness was exposed. Okari wept. The elders spoke. A child who is hated unjustly becomes the witness of the gods. Nkiru was banished. She left the village barefoot, her fine wrappers torn, her pride buried in dust. Iphigenia was taken in by her aunt. She returned to school. She grew into a woman with wisdom and kindness. And years later, when her stepmother returned begging, Iphigenia fed her, because kindness is the revenge that shames wickedness.